Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name is Brandon, and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 85 of the What Sold series, where I show you my daily eBay sales, and at the end of the video, I'll go over my net profit for the day. Let's not waste any time, let's jump right into those sales. The first sale of the day is this Wrangler denim shirt in a men's XL. It is one of the Pearl Snap ones. This one sold in 8 days for a best offer of $19 plus shipping. Sale number 2 was a vintage No Fear Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. This took over a year to sell and it sold for a best offer of $9.50 plus shipping. Sale number 3, this is a nice sale. This was a vintage flight jacket. It was one of the goatskin ones, and it wasn't a small size, a men's 36, but it was in good condition. It sold in 3 months for a best offer of $90 plus shipping. A lot of these older military flight jackets can do really well. They usually have some kind of label on them that says either where they're made or what company made them. If you just look those up, then you can usually find the ones that are the best. But like I said, most of these that are older are going to do pretty decently. Sale number 9 was this vintage Viking t-shirt in a men's XL. It sold in 10 months for the full sale price of $13 plus shipping. Sale number 5, another nice sale. This was a North Face parka jacket. It wasn't a women's small. It was one of the 600 Goose Downfill ones. It sold in 5 days for full price $60 plus shipping. Sale number 6 was a pair of Peter Millar swim trunks in a men's XL. These were new with tags. They took 3 months to sell and they sold for a best offer of $30. I'm sorry, not 70, I wish. $30 plus shipping. Sale number 7 was a Peter Millar quarter zip pullover in a men's large. This was one of the cotton ones, I believe, so not quite the performance ones. If it is a performance one, make sure you're adding performance in the title. If it's like that thinner, stretchier, more think like Lululemon or workout type material. But this one wasn't. It was one of the cotton ones. It sold in 10 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. Sale number 8 was a pair of TravisMathew golf pants in a men's size 32. These sold in 36 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. These usually sell in like the $25 to $35 range. TravisMathew golf pants are one of the best items by TravisMathew. They usually sell for the most money and relatively quickly. So number 9 was a Burton polo shirt in a men's medium. I think this was one of the dry ride ones, and it sold in 22 days for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. Anything Burton's going to sell really well during the winter. Snowboarders love wearing this brand, so they'll probably even put this polo on and maybe even ski or snowboard in it, or put it on with like a sweater or a hoodie underneath even. Sale number 10 was a Rain Spooner Joe Key Aloha Hawaiian shirt in a men's XL. This one sold in 6 months for the full sale price of $18 plus shipping. The Joe Key Alohas aren't usually the best Rain Spooners, and the ones with the classic cars usually aren't very good. So this wasn't a very good combo, so I'm pretty happy to see it move. And 6 months isn't too bad for one of these less desirable Rain Spooners. Sale number 11 was a Marilyn Manson sweatshirt. This was from the Banty buyout, and it sold in 29 days for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. These were the best items that I got from the Banty buyout. I think there was only 4 or 5 of these. So unfortunately there weren't more, but I am happy to get these sold and get a little bit of those funds back because that wasn't the best buy, and most of those are going to be slow movers. Sale 12 was a vintage Blood Drive t-shirt in a men's XL. This sold in 4 years for the full sale price of $10 plus shipping. This was one of my 22 oldest items that I actually auctioned off. If you guys watched a couple of the past videos where I sold some of those auctions, this didn't sell via auction, and that auction started at $5 plus shipping. And then I relisted it, and it sold with just within maybe a week of relisting it for the full price of $10 plus shipping. So sometimes it just takes the right buyer to come and find it, but I'm not really in the business of holding on to items this long, especially not anymore. So I'm happy to just get it moved and move on to the next item. Sale number 13, this is a really cool shirt. It's actually a Nike ACG, but it's a Pendleton collab wool flannel. And this was in a men's large. I found 2 of these recently, which is kind of surprising considering how rare they are. But this one sold in 17 days for a best offer of $110 plus shipping. As you can see, I did put a $200 price tag on it. on my listing originally. That was, a moon price, a crazy price. I didn't expect to get that, but there's just not a lot of these. They seem like they're very hard to come by, and a collab with two great brands like that, I decided to just price it high and see what offers came in. It still sold in 17 days for $110, so I'm super happy with that. So number 14 was a Nike Dallas Cowboys polo shirt. This was one of the on-field polos, and it was in a men's 3XL, so a great size. It sold same day for full price, $25 plus shipping. Almost all these on-field Nike NFL polos have been selling really well for me, and the bigger the size, the better. So number 15 was this vintage LL Bean lamb's wool vest. It was a full zip vest, and it wasn't a men's large. It took 8 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $26 plus shipping. It did have some wear, mostly on the inside of the collar, but I would have expected this to actually sell a little bit quicker and for a little bit more money just because it was lamb's wool, but I'm still happy to see it get sold. So number 16, another item that I think underperformed was this Polo Ralph Lauren lamb's wool sweater in a men's large. I think it might have had a couple small flaws on it, but I don't think there was anything too major. And it still took 7 months to sell, and it only sold for $12 plus shipping. So maybe it did have some larger flaws that I didn't remember. But usually Polo Ralph Lauren items with good materials, such as wool. Oh, this was actually lamb's wool. Usually sell better. So number 17 was this Kobe Bryant t-shirt from the 2010 championships. And this took a year and a half to sell, but it did sell for the full sell price of $26 plus shipping. I originally just priced this way too high, priced it to the moon. I think it's just a custom tie-dye. And I should have just probably priced this in like the $20 to $25 range, and it would have moved probably within 3 to 6 months. But I ended up getting $26 for it, so I'm happy with that sale. So number 18 was this Lucky Brand Lived-In thermal in a men's medium, and it was also new with tags. It sold in 19 days for a best offer of $21 plus shipping. So number 19 and the final sale of the day was this Nike Golf Mock Neck in a men's large. It was one of the Tour Performance ones. I also added the keyword Tiger Woods because he kind of made the mock neck famous for golfing. And this sold in 19 days for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. I actually remember picking this up, and I knew that it had some flaws on the front of it, but it was half off, so I paid like $3 or $4 for it, and I thought that I could get somewhere in the $10 to $15 range pretty quickly, and it sold exactly like I thought. So that actually brings a good point. Have an idea of, how long you think items are going to sell, what you're kind of willing to sell them for, and what kind of profit you're expecting to make on them when you are picking them up. Makes it a lot easier to manage your expectations, especially when it comes to accepting offers and how quick items are going to move in your store. That's it for the sales, though. Let's jump to the numbers. On November 24th, we sold 19 items for a total gross sales of $790.00, giving us a great average sale price of $41.58, thanks to those 3 high-selling items that we had. As you guys know, the selling costs and net sales are always inaccurate. Let me show you guys what they really are. So the selling costs were $227.98. The breakdown for that is $94.85 in eBay final value fees, $116.10 in shipping labels, and $17.03 in promoted listing fees. 7 of the 19 sales came via promoted listings, and of those 3 high dollar items, I think only 1 of them sold via promoted listings, so that's always nice when that happens. I promote all my items at 5%, and I'm happy to pay the extra fees that are associated to get those extra sales. If we take away the selling costs and the taxes and fees collected by eBay away from the gross sales amount, that gives our net sales for the day of $517.77. We still need to take away our cost of goods. We're currently using an average cost of goods of $11.73. So for 19 items, that gives a total cost of goods for the day of $222.87. If we take that away from our net sales, that gives our net profit for the day of $294.90. An amazing day, definitely above average, and we only sold 19 items, but thankfully with that high average sale price, we really killed it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 86 of the What Sold series. Peace.